Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This host again, Red Fox. Come back with another episode of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3. We're going to continue on as the Dai Viet Empire. Where one thing I noticed whenever I was actually pulling this up is I actually am in a regency, it does feel like, cannot rule by themselves, which I'm kind of curious as to why. Maimed, I'm slow. Maybe this is why. Maybe that's the whole thing. I'm just gonna have to see how that goes, honestly. But we're gonna have to just, I guess, deal with the Regency. This character has such bad stats; it's pretty horrible all the way around. And we do have an issue of not having an heir right now. It looks like so. Definitely something we're gonna have to deal with. Alliance power. Let's go ahead and naturally marry her off, which should be fine, I guess. And we're gonna continue on. So we have to look around like what do we want? What do we want to take over now? Because we're getting to a point where we do need to kind of just keep up with the Han and also with the Jin as well. They do look like they're actually in the middle of a war right now, but they're significantly in the driver's seat with that. The Jin are dealing with their own thing. They're also defending, it looks like, another big war. So we're just gonna have to keep an eye on these two because we are the next like biggest thing. I know Pagan over here or Pagan, whatever it is kind of something we have to worry about as well. But I feel like most everything around us we should be able to handle quite easily. So let's just kind of keep an eye out. I do kind of want to go over here and try to take over some things. I thought Pagan was actually taking over these people, but it looks like they're tributaries, so that's something to keep an eye out for. Let's see. We do currently not have. We're currently not married at all. Well, we do have one wife, and she does seem to be deathly sick. So another issue we're gonna have to deal with at some point. Um, she is not attracted to men. Really? Huh. That does make things a little difficult, don't it? We'll deal with that here in just a second, I guess. Holy. Probably would have been nice for me to realize that beforehand. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm not tripping too bad about it. Let's go ahead and hand these off to some people to serene. Who? Um, if we decline, I'm pretty sure nothing happens. Yeah, we're gonna just decline that. We don't want to be a tributary of that guy at all. We do have too many duchies, which is another issue altogether. I might go ahead and start handing these out to some people. This one seems to be pretty good. Um, and that should be good. We are like just dying for money right now. The salary budget's pretty hefty right now. Where is this one at? I guess this one's down here. We do not have anybody even ruling these places, so we're gonna have to look for a different one to get rid of. We're just gonna have to wait until we expand and then give out some more stuff as that happens. Let's see. Give up the gold so that way we can get that go a little bit further with the roads. We're gonna definitely go to Hergild. Um, and then we're going to go to War Profiteer immediately afterwards. We're going to imprison the witch, and we do have some factions that we are going to have to look at here. Let's see, we do have some people who don't like us, so we're going to have to get a little bit of county control over here. Go for that one first. War Profiteer is definitely going to be the next best thing I feel like for us there. See if there's anything we can actually improve over here. Let's go ahead and upgrade a few of these things since we have some money. And we are building up our treasury pretty nicely, so that's another thing as well. Yeah, we're just going to spend some money there. Oh, wife is pregnant. Okay, that's good for us. That means that we should have an heir here relatively soon. Oh, there is a nice little war that we can actually go for over here. We'll see if these guys we can also go to war with. If we can actually take a few of these guys at the same time. That would be super, super helpful for us. Looks like those two might be the only ones. So we're going to move our um, rally point over this way. And I guess we'll just go for the biggest one first. Yeah, let's actually move all of our guys over here so that way we can just... Oh, okay, I didn't realize that there's so many people that just joined that all of a sudden. 18,000. Yeah, okay, that'll happen if you're not paying attention. What is this one here? Lodian? Hello, sir? I guess we can send a gift to this guy and get him to join. Um, Apparently not for either one of them, so that's concerning. Let's just get the next biggest guy there. So yeah, okay. Definitely not what you want to see there. Definitely not the happiest about that, but at least we got a nice little victory in that battle right there. We do have some other land that we just acquired. Hmm. Let's see here. These people are just absolutely just killing me right now with this opinion that they have of me. It really does look like the duchy thing is going to be a huge, huge problem. But we're just going to go ahead and grant this to this man right here, and hopefully their opinions start to get a little bit better of me. But we'll just have to wait and see, I guess, because they are just extremely disdainful of me at the current moment. So military, definitely, we do not want it to be nearly as much to salaries. Okay, we do have a son. Okay, that's actually kind of huge here. Um, he's got slow as well, which is terrible, man. Oh, that's just awful. Okay. Learning, I guess. We're gonna have to definitely whenever we get to our dynasty, when we're actually gonna whenever we go to house here, we get our legacies, which will be quite some time. We're definitely gonna have to just go down here to blood and chance of inheriting good stuff. We're gonna have to just do that because yeah, the slow trait's gonna just hinder us too much over time. So we're gonna have to eventually take care of that problem. Okay, first of all, let's see now. Since we're having some of these kinds of wars, maybe we can actually convince these guys to take care of this for us. So that yeah, that'll be fine. Anyway, moving on up here. Let's get all of our guys together here. And we're going to try to take care of this big war first before we deal with the one that we're actually doing pretty well in. So, okay, the wife lost consumption, which is huge. Okay, so it looks like we won that pretty easily. So now we can actually go over here and take this province. Stubborn to eccentric. Definitely don't. This character might actually not live a whole lot longer, so we have to be careful with that. So let's go ahead and let's also get an activity for a funeral going pretty soon to try and man, another duchy. So I'm assuming that this disease is not here anymore. Okay, so we just have people dying very often, which is really killing us. Need some of these guys to actually live for a little while. This one's actually we haven't had an issue with yet, so let's give it to this person. But I want to give them the whole thing. So let's go down here and do that and let them handle that, and I'll take care of that problem. Oh, hello there. We got a big old revolt coming our way now, so let's go ahead, call all of our people here. Alright, interesting timing for all of that, so let's go ahead and enforce demands. We're going to go down here and attack these guys real fast. That's good, I'll add it to my collection. We're going to go over here and we're going to siege this up real fast to get this war over with. Once that happens, then we'll turn our attention to the actual revolt that's happening. Beautiful. Love to see it. Okay. Alright, so enforce demands. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of all these things real quick. And let's get ourselves, we definitely want to do domestic. That's fine. That's fine there. And beautiful. And we're going to do, now we're going to just keep them there. We're fine with that. If I can actually send this child to university, maybe it'll help him. Not sure exactly how well that'll do, but that's okay. Educate child. I don't want to necessarily be the guardian, obviously, because yeah, we're just gonna have to do this person, I guess. And yeah, there we go. So now let's look at the titles that we actually own now, because we did get quite a few of those. So definitely gonna feudalize that, and we're gonna give that to our bodyguard. This one we're not gonna feudalize; it just costs too much money. Okay, so next thing is we did get a few more pieces of land, it does look like, so if we can just get rid of a few of these, that would be great. Make sure there's nothing I'm missing over here, so there is one actually up here, so. Alright, so now, let's march our guys over this way to deal with this peasant revolt that's popping up over here. Because peasant revolt's just more inconvenient than anything. It's not an actual, like, serious problem that we're having right now. This is actually a pretty good fight, because a lot of these guys are, like moving out of that province. So that's actually a pretty good flank spot for us. Okay. So now we got to figure out where the rest of these guys are, wherever they're at. If we can actually white piece this, I'll take that. I'm cool with it. Let's see where their capital for this thing is at. Looks like it's over here. Yeah, we're just going to take over a few of their provinces. And we're going to move our guys up here to deal with these guys. Or, well, we might be able to just take over this one right here. Did catch a few of these guys. Oh, hello. Looks like the guy whoever they were going to war for the throne actually died. So it's a little inconvenient for him, but whatever. Take that every day of the week. This character has gained nothing. Hmm. It's not good. That's definitely not good that our heir hasn't gained a whole lot there. So just going to have to see how that goes as we go forward. Hmm. Let's see, are these any better? Does not look to be so, so we're just going to leave that be for now. Okay. And now with that, we do have few of these, so we can go ahead and do that. We will go ahead and do that. It gets us quite a bit of it kind of gets us a lot of prestige right there, which we were short on anyway. And then we can also just appoint this to somebody, and that actually makes things a lot better for us. Now the question is who do we go for next? Because we do have a prestige shortest option. Does look like we did have another war pop up. But that's okay. I'm not really worried about that because I feel like we can probably just call these guys again to the war, and it probably ends up working out better for us this time because it did look like it's less people. So there's always that. We'll have our guys raise over here in this little mountainous region, and once again we had another invalidation of it, which is kind of weird. Um, hmm. We'll just keep an eye out as things go on. Oh, I can end my entrenched regency, which is weird. I'm kind of wondering why that all of a sudden became available. I thought maybe because I was slow it wasn't letting me. I didn't know if that was just how that was working over here. But yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden it changed. But hey, look, I'm not going to be upset about it. So we are going to go ahead and do this funeral real quick. Um, Mostly just because our stress is so high. And I feel like that'll help with things like legitimacy and stuff like that. So hopefully that'll calm some things down a little bit for us. Player Aaron's son is charming, which is good. Oh wow, that's actually pretty decent. Oh, the funeral's already over. That was it. Okay, cool. I mean, that was real short. I figured that might have been like a little bit better, but I mean a little bit longer and more to it, but guess not. That works for us. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. We do have some unstationed men at arms that we can actually deal with, so that's fine there. We'll do this one. We'll do the increase on that, even though it's not that much. All right. We are currently at 470 prestige now, so we do have the option to actually look for another person to go to war with. So let's look at these guys over here. This one is relatively easy. We can go for county expansion here. Seize all to shore lands, which should be pretty easy. I don't think anybody crazy is going to go to war with us here, so this one doesn't scare me a whole lot. I don't think there's a lot of allies with this person here, so we can just kind of jump in on this one and just kind of just take over pretty easily. So yeah, this should be fine. I'm not going to assault because there are some factions, I'm sure, and if I lose too many troops, they'll just immediately go to war with us. But we do have a daughter now, which is cool. And the baby did get sickly, so that's not good. Oh, this should be an easy one. Okay, I thought this one was going to take a while too, but it did not. Oh, okay, so enforced demands here. That kind of makes me nervous because who is this? Is this the Han? Okay, so we're definitely gonna have to. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to call in our ally there. Demand the payment from that guy, just because probably gonna need the money. Okay. We also do have a huge, huge, huge faction. Trying trying to think here. Hmm. I was just kind of like looking at seeing what we could do here. Revoke appointment. 0% there for that. What's bad about this is like these guys are gonna go to war with me anyway, which sucks. And we don't have any treasure either, which I'm kind of surprised about. Um, let's see, what's kind of killing us right now? We have raised armies. It says I kind of want to just give this away and grant him this appointment real quick, and we'll just lose a bunch of land. But I really just can't afford these guys to keep hating on me so much because if I can just fix some of this opinion, maybe it might help a little bit with these guys. Because look, this should be going down any time now. All right, barony. Let's do that. We just gained a bunch of land from something. Hopefully we got a barony somewhere. Yeah, we did. Okay. Beautiful. Love to see that. I want to see this go below that percentage point, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. Seeing if there's anything that I can do to keep these people from actually going to war with me. Let me see. Can I revoke this person's appointment, maybe? Then did that actually like give me the duchy for that? So it did actually. Wow, that's kind of wild. I'm gonna find someone who's actually got a really high opinion of me. There we go. We can give that person that, and then grant him that appointment. Hmm. Looks like most of them are gonna hate me anyway, so that's also gonna be a whole nother issue. I'm gonna have to run across here in a minute. Let me find someone who's got a huge opinion of me. Give that person that, and then we'll grant that person this as well. That should take care of that problem. Transfer that person, which is fine. I'm curious as where these guys are at. So where are our troops is the next question. So these guys are over here. We're gonna have to send them up here and deal with them at some point. Mercenaries are gonna be another issue because we don't have a lot of money for them. So running into an issue there as well. So if we can actually do something to um trying to think if there's something we could do to actually get some more treasury money, it would be great, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen, really. These guys are still like... Yeah, these guys are still just kind of like at my throat. I don't really know why. If I could revoke this guy's stuff, that'd be great, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Alright, so we're going to keep on moving forward with this battle right here, and we're just going to do what we can. There's really not much else we can do here. Okay, so we're going to call our guys here to war here. That's fine. And it does look like we're just going to win this battle, which probably means we win the war here. The stress level is going to be a problem here. What does Witch actually do? Whatever. I'm not really that worried about it. I don't think it's going to make a big difference. Either way. Oh, we got a peasant revolt. What's crazy is the peasant revolt might actually be helpful here. Strictly because they might be able to fight some of the people that are actually in the war against me. This bigger war that we're actually dealing with right now. We'll go over here and we'll help siege this up real quick. We now have a son and a daughter from a set of twins, which is wild. Let's go up here and let's attack these guys again, because it does seem like this is probably just going to be an easy war for us to win if we can just get it out the way. It's really going to be the main issue, is just trying to get them to back off. Okay, cool. We can actually enforce this. I don't know how much we actually get for this in money. It does look like we get a ton, which is super, super, super helpful. Go ahead and upgrade that. And now we're just going to march down here and attack these guys, because this looks like... Oh, this is the... Okay, so this is actually just the random peasant uprising that we're dealing with. We white peace the other big war, which is fine. We can ransom this person off here. We have some more stuff to give out. I know, shocking as that may be, because we have done nothing but hand out baronies and different provinces. So, and I'm sure we probably have too many duchies, which we do. Again, not super shocking there. We're just going to go ahead and grant this person this over here. Should give him those as well, and he has a huge opinion of me, which is ideal. And that war ended, which is super helpful, because I didn't really want to keep fighting that war if at all possible. Alright. Send word at once. Enforce demands. Disband all these troops so we can finally stop hemorrhaging money. Fine there. Where's Lishu at? Let's demand conversion for both these guys. Anything, cool. Both their opinions of me suck, but that's okay. We're going to grant the appointment to both of them, and we'll just take the hit on the actual number of titles. And that gets in a pretty good spot there. Alright, so this is the first episode where we had to deal with a little bit of internal stuff, and also the war with the Han was kind of unpredicted. I did not expect them to actually go to war with me that soon, but it does kind of show that we have kind of surpassed them in strength, at least with the ally that we have for Pagan, which does seem to be an issue. It does seem like somebody that we're going to have to call to war with right here for this war at the bottom that I've just now noticed. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to the channel. It helps out. It means a great deal. And again, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time.